PC Atkins is now an undercover officer, but up until recently, he worked on foot patrol.
Bedford's lovely. If you go down by the river, there's a lot of history, a lot of lovely buildings. It's a lively town centre with a busy high street. Over night time, it can change with some of the people that are coming out. They start drinking, using drugs. So the whole sort of nice, friendly family atmosphere can change.
PC Hayley Hunter has patrolled the town for the past 10 years.
Normally my day job is community cohesion officer. So I will go out and meet community members. It does involve drinking cups of tea and eating samosas every now and then, but someone's got to do it. On the flip side, I still like to keep my toe in the water and do the odd overtime shift.
We don't have a dedicated team to deal with the nighttime economy. It's policed with officers that are generally on overtime. Policing at night time has got its own problems. Bedford High Street, you've got lots of pubs in the same area, a couple of nightclubs. You're dealing with drunk people, you're dealing with homeless people, you're dealing with people on drugs.
You can see the night progressing, so as you get a little bit later on, more people are coming out, more people have had more to drink, so then you'll start picking up kind of some antisocial behaviour. It's just a normal Saturday night, except for the fact that we didn't have a sergeant that evening, and I was the most experienced officer, so I kind of nominated myself to be the sergeant.
I was driving one of the vans, and we parked the van up and all went off sort of on footbeat in pairs to deal with any incidents that occurred in the town centre.
We were out patrolling to get what the kind of vibe was. We were stood outside a pub talking to the bouncers. All I can remember is the door swinging open, the thud of the door, and all of a sudden a chap came storming out, very aggressive. He started to walk up the high street and he was very agitated. He was picking rubbish up off the floor, and I can remember him throwing a bottle at what looked like a pretty new white BMW, and I thought, oh my goodness, they're going to stop and they're going to get out and there's going to be a fight here. That's what instantly went through my mind first. So I started to follow him, and I felt at this point we needed to kind of have a word with him and see what his issue was.
The shift had been fairly quiet, apart from giving a little bit of advice for people they've had enough drink to go home. And I just heard Hayley talking on the radio about this individual that had been ejected from a nightclub, and she was going to go and speak to him. So I just headed in that direction.
We turned onto Silver Street and finally caught up with him by a shop window. I think my first words to him were, "Have you quite finished?"
Are you going to calm down now?
Right.
Are you going to calm down?
Yeah, I'm not.
You can't be throwing the bottles and shit like that.
I didn't.
You did. We
I didn't.
watched you.
I didn't.
We watched you. Don't
You
lie.
picked up a bottle of water outside Debenhams and you lobbed it away BMW. I didn't do nothing.
That's what they all say.
Okay, prove it. Sorry, I saw you.
We both saw you.
I could see that Hayley was trying to talk to him, but he wasn't really listening. He was trying to move away from her.
Okay.
He's been chucked out of the standard. Wait, I'm talking.
It all kind of happened really quickly. He tried to push past me.
1 minute he pushed past her, the next minute he's throwing punches.
Get down!
I took a punch to the face.
Get on the floor! Get on the floor!
I don't think it mattered that I was wearing a uniform, that I was a woman.
Get on the floor!
We tried to get him to the ground. His arms were flailing out and I was struck to the face.
You have to get control of the person, because if he's assaulted me, who else is he going to assault?
Stop it! Stop it! What's that?
I heard the clatter of the metal on the floor. A knife falls out.
My instant thing is, where is it and what type of knife is it? You know, is it going to cause us problems? If we don't get control of him, is he going to pick the knife up? Is he going to use it against us? One knife fell out. You don't know, he could have had another one in his pocket. We hadn't searched him at that point.
I look down and I see kind of a dinner knife, so it's not one of your pointy, stabby ones, but it's still a knife at the end of the day. And then I'm like, why does this guy feel the need that he's got to carry a knife?
Treble 1 priority, please. Can I have the van to...
I can remember calling up on the radio saying I need urgent assistance, and I had like a little mental block. I couldn't remember where I was.
In a minute, I'm going to place you in handcuffs. If you kick off, you're going to get gassed. Do you understand that?
The moment Hayley pressed her emergency button, I knew within a minute or two we were going to get some more officers there.
Bring his hand out. His left hand, left. Right. Calm yourself down.
We pushed the knife out of the way.
He's punched me in the face, so I think we'll have him for...
You've got...
Bye-bye. So at this time, you're under arrest for assault, please.
You want someone there to come and help you instantly, and there might have only been 30 seconds, but it feels like a lifetime. You know, when you're struggling with someone, it always feels so much longer than what it actually is.
Do not have to say anything, mate. Hold your defence. Do not mention any questions of your own. All right? Okay. We're going to put that arm, your other arm behind your back, okay? If you fuck around, you'll get gassed.
Okay.
It's only afterwards the adrenaline starts wearing off. Then you start playing things over in your mind. He had the knife. Could he have used that against us? You have that time to sit back and think, wow, what have I just been through? That could have ended very differently.
You still with us, fella?
Yeah. Okay. Any injuries? No.
It wasn't until I got control of him and then stood up and Hayley said, "Oh, you're bleeding." I wasn't really aware of it because the adrenaline's going at the time, so I knew I'd been hit but didn't realise I was actually injured until after.
You going?
Oh, someone pick that knife up.
I know being a police officer is dangerous, and sometimes you're going to be put into situations that you are going to get injured. I know that, and I knew exactly what I was putting myself in for when I joined the police. But I think when it happens, it does make you reassess, is this the job for me? I need to go home to my family at the end of the day.
For me, it's the punishment that the offender gets, that it sort of gets to you, makes you think, is it worth it? The compensation of £75, you know, it's nothing really. You know, it's not about the money as a police officer. It's about justice and making sure that they're not going to do it again. And I think getting charged with an assault on a police officer and having a little fine is probably not going to put them off.